Welcome to Gary's Urban Larder. Today I'm making a classic New England clam chowder. Now this recipe was requested by one of our viewers, Jamie. So Jamie, this one's for you. Thanks for making the suggestion. And while you're here, please like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends to help the community grow. It really helps the channel out. I'm nearly at 500 subscribers. When we get there, I can start sending you little polls and lots of different ways to participate in the community. So let's get started. I love a clam chowder, and I really appreciate my viewers when they comment and make suggestions and put a challenge to me. So thank you, Jamie. So it is a very rainy, gray, and cold day here in London. So it's perfect for clam chowder. I'll just go over the ingredients, and remember, if you visit my website, you can see it going along there at gary'surbanlarder.com. You'll find a list of ingredients and the full instructions. But I'll just go over these quickly. I've got some chopped bacon. It's smoked. It's a thick cut, chopped up about 4 to 5 strips, depending on the size. Some chopped onion, about a medium onion chopped. About 2 large stalks of celery that I finely diced. Diced potatoes, 2 medium or 1 very large potato. And I've got our clams, about a cup. And these were bottled clams, and I reserved the brine they were in and added water, so I have 2 cups. And I have 2 cups of heavy cream. I may only use about 1 cup, but you never know. To thicken it, I have a combination of butter and flour that I've kneaded together, which is a Beurre manié, and some chopped chives to garnish. So we'll get started by browning off our bacon. So I'm just adding that to the pan. And as that comes up to temperature, we'll just start to brown that. Once we're able to render the fat from the bacon, we will actually remove the crisp bacon to the dish and reserve it while we add our onion and celery for those to soften. So this really only takes a few minutes, about 4 to 5 minutes, to render out your fat. And this adds a tremendous amount of flavor, and I have to say, I love the smell of frying bacon. We don't want to burn our bacon, so if you find it's cooking too quickly, just reduce your temperature. It's smelling really good. So I'm just moving it around just to allow it to brown evenly, crisp up evenly all around. So I'll let that stand just for a bit. And the fat is really starting to come out. I want you to have a look at it, okay? Come on. You can really see that fat being rendered out of the bacon. That's exactly what we want to see. Now, while this is rendering, what's your favorite clam chowder or chowder of any kind? Do you have a particular recipe? Leave me a comment. I really want to see what it is you enjoy. Oh, and those of you who have subscribed, thank you very much. You're really helping me reach my goal. We're nearly at the 500 subscriber mark. And once we reach that mark, I'm able to add some fun things like surveys and polls. So if you'd like to be able to do that and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like the video so far. And we'll reduce that a little bit more. I've got quite a bit of fat that has rendered out. I'm just going to let those crisp up just a bit more before we remove these to our dish. Just have a perforated spoon that I'm going to use to remove the bacon. Okay. There. So we'll add that back in, but at the moment we're going to add our onion, and our celery. So we just want to sweat these off and soften them before we add the potatoes. Now, I'm not adding salt as I normally would when I'm sweating the onions because we've got salt that's come out of the cured bacon. And we also have the brine from the clams, which brine by its nature has salt. So we may adjust for the seasonings at the very end, but at this point I don't want to add any seasonings. So you can see that's starting to get a bit of color and soften. And again, it only takes a few minutes. You don't want to brown your onion unless that's kind of a flavor you're after. But in this instance, it's just wanting to sweat that. So now I'm going to add the potatoes, and I'm going to add the reserved brine, which again, I've added water to bring that up to 2 cups. Set these aside. Now this will also take about 5 minutes for the potatoes themselves to soften. Just giving that a good stir. I am going to increase the temperature. Bring that to a boil, and then I'll reduce it to a simmer. Get our clams ready, our beurre manié, and our cream, which we'll add at the end. So as soon as the potatoes soften, we'll add in our bacon, some of the beurre manié to thicken that up, and then we'll add in our clams and our cream and just bring that up to temperature. So we don't want to boil the cream. We just want to warm it through. So I'll let this cook for 5 minutes, and then we'll go on to the next step. So that has come up to a boil, and I will reduce this now so that it simmers until our potatoes have softened, about 3 more minutes. Just wait. Our potatoes have now softened, so I'm going to add in the crisp bacon that we reserved. Just give that a quick stir through. And I'm going to add some of the Beurre briny, and I'm just going to cut off a couple of pieces at a time and add that to the pot and stir that through until it starts to thicken. Now you notice I haven't added the clams yet. Because these were bottled or canned, they are cooked. So we really just want to warm them through. We want to keep them delicate and tender. We don't want them tough and like old leather. I'm going to add a bit more of the beurre manié. I've added about a tablespoon and a half. And just allow that to thicken that broth that's already there. Because chowders are thick. They're not like a wimpy, liquidy soup, even a cream soup. It's a thick, rich, stick to your ribs chowder. All right, that's cooking through and thickening up. I'm going to reduce that a little bit, the temperature. I'm going to add in our clams. And the rest of their juice. Stir that through. Okay, let's add our cream. Added about a cup and a half of the cream. And I'm going to add a bit more of the beurre manié at this stage. And that just melts beautifully into the chowder and just to be the thickening agent. Because we've added the cream, the temperature of our pot has reduced. So it takes a few minutes for that to come back up to temperature, to the simmer. As soon as that starts to bubble, then I will give it a little taste and see if we need to adjust the seasonings at all. Just starting to bubble around the edge. All it needs is a bit of freshly cracked black pepper. There's plenty of salt. Good twist of the pepper. Now you could add cayenne if you want more of a bit of heat and a big kick. But we just warm this through and our chowder will be ready. Okay, that is warmed through now and it's lovely and thick. See that? It's beautiful. Are you ready to try it? Do you want a bowl? I do. I wish you could be here to smell this. It really smells beautiful. The smell of the clams, the smell of the sea. Just beautiful. Right. Turn off our heat. And it's time to give it a taste. Oh. That is absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to sprinkle over some chives. And there we have it. Our chowder, really beautiful and thick. Smells gorgeous. Well, it's time to give this a taste. The aroma is just beautiful. Still steaming. Can you see that? Oh, the flavor of the clam really comes through. It's rich, delicious. The chives just give it something extra. You could always work them into the chowder if you like. I like to keep them just as a garnish. And you can add some little crackers, saltines, whatever you like. Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed today's recipe and video, please give us a like, subscribe to the channel and help build this community, and don't forget to share it with your friends. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss a delicious recipe. Until then, I'm going to have more of this delicious chowder, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Look at that. Oh my God.